Yo, what's good, everybody's Vic here. Today is Thursday, April 4th, 2nd. I forgot to upload. I recorded yesterday's trading recap at the normal time, but I just totally forgot to upload that. So I ended up uploading it this morning. But yeah, let's get into the trade review. Today was a dub. Smooth little day. Let me show y'all P&L. Thankfully was able to get back in the win column. It feels like I haven't taken a dub in a minute. Didn't really trade on the main live account. I initially thought we had a Judas, but I pulled the trade. I'm gonna break down why. Also, on the Lucid accounts, it was around like $800 per account. Could have held for longer, but I trail stop aggressive because you know how market get. So I wasn't trying to get too greedy. And today, essentially the last trading day of the week, so I just wanted to get back at least break even, right? Anyways, coming into market open, great PA day, by the way. I'm glad market did not hold. Like, I wish market gave us more opportunities, like from on both sides, even, right? So coming into market open, we were extremely bearish. Yeah, we were extremely bearish. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, Asia session and London session just nuked downward, right? So coming into market open, we had just put in some lows in this higher time frame 1 hour gap, right? We put in some lows in this 1 hour bull gap, as well as I'm pretty sure it's a 4 hours as well, right? We put in some lows in this gap. So, but initially coming into market open, what I wanted to see was a sweep into, because we were sitting right in a 1 hour bear gap, right? I wanted to see market touch this bear gap and continue lower since we were bearish, right? I mean, there's not necessarily a draw I would love. I mean, maybe these London lows here, but that's super far away. But I just wanted to follow the trend. I'd rather be following the trend. But then again, I was also thinking this is also a high resistance low, right? We just now put lows into this 1 hour gap. This is now considered high resistance, right? So it's like, I don't know how much I love shorting back into this. But anyways, unless we did get an obvious Judas, right? So we are now trading in this 1 hour gap as well as a 15-minute gap. So, what I wanted to see was some displacement higher into this gap with the quick rejection, right? And we end up somewhat getting that, right? Boom, market open, displaces higher, right? We create a SMT with ES, right? ES comes out, takes out this high, right? ES takes out these highs. Hold on. Did it even take it out for real? Yeah, ES comes out. That's cheeky. One second, bro. I'm trying to see. Barely. Anyways, I was still, because even if I went from consider this high, it was, yeah. So ES comes out, takes out its high, and we have a situation here, right? We have a 1 minute gap right here, right? We have a 1 minute gap right here. We have I think it's multiple 2 minute gaps, right? But because of how the speed was looking, yeah, and we have a 2 minute gap right here. On moves like these, I really rather get in on the first inverse because moves like these do happen to be super volatile, right? And at this moment, hold up. Was at this moment? Boom, I end up getting entry around right here, stops above. Again, if y'all, I kind of, bro, what am I doing? I kind of updated the recap, uploaded the recap a little late. But yeah, I'm risking 1,000 per trade. I'm risking 1,000 per trade. Entry was actually right here on this candle. I'm risking 1,000 per trade, right? I lost yesterday. It was like a $800 loss. I have 1,200 drawdown left. I have a 5 stack of accounts. I don't want to be uber like I'm still aggressive, but I really don't want to lose these accounts, bro. Because then it's like I'm just throwing $400 in the trash, right? So in reality, I front ran again, and if you watch yesterday or the recap I just posted, yesterday's trade recap, I did the same thing, right? But instead of closing when the candle didn't inverse, right? Because I do have a confidence in myself of front running, and I do believe I am pretty good at it. But yesterday we ended up losing. First front run loss in a while. I'm not gonna lie. We end up losing on that front run. So today I front ran. We didn't get the reaction I thought we'd continue to get. So around here I pull. And I pulled for 200 on the live, and it was like 400 on the evals, right? So I'm like, dang, I'd rather cut it because I told myself if it doesn't invert, if I front run and it doesn't inverse on the next candle, then it's like I'm a dumbass to keep holding, right? And if I can, I re-enter, right? Boom, we didn't get the inverse. I pull around here for a smaller loss. Then boom, right? I still end up, so I took a $200 loss. I still end up front running. Alexa, stop. I still end up, I re-enter our front run. I think I think it was I trailed stops aggressive. Yeah, once we hit around this place, I don't know why. I guess you could call me scary for all you could call me scary, right? You could. I think it was more, and I gotta work on that, bro. Cause I don't know, bro. I've been a little fearful, if I'm being completely honest, just cause I just been getting smacked around like Marcus little slut. Anyways, so I took a small loss here. I re-enter front run. I trail aggressive around here. So essentially I made, that's why as y'all saw, the my live account is essentially break even because bro, my live account is essentially break even, right? Because of the other trade I took, right? Of this trade. Boom, I trail aggressive. I'm pretty sure we get stopped. Yeah, we end up getting stopped around here. My roll jaws were here. I could have gotten a nice 1 to 2.6, targeting these internal lows. I should have, instead of trailing aggressive at this point, I should have just went stops to break even. Then we end up completely running, like missed out on this beautiful trade. This was Judasy, although I would consider this a Judas, but in reality, I really wish we were in an unfilled gap before, like after market opens, right? So at 11 or at 8:29, we had just started trading into that 1 hour gap. I remember, so it's like I'd rather it be completely clean, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's not gonna be perfect every time, and like for most Judases, you do have to front run the gap. I did here. I took a stab at didn't. It wasn't the great. I mean, I don't regret pulling, but hey, man. Yeah. So front ran again. I trailed aggressive. That's on me. Like I was a little fearful. I'm not gonna lie, because I just wanted to make back the money I had lost. Right? Maybe I shouldn't have been thinking like that. Should have trusted these my draws lower. At least to get here. Right? So then, bang, I'm a little bummer now. We're break off this trade. We are break even now, so I'm not too mad. But it's like, dang, I just missed out on a golden opportunity. And my man's in the Discord is saying Judas, Moody Judy. I'm like, damn. I'm feeling a little sick. I'm like, dang, like I should have held the play. I'm being a little pussy boy, right? So as you can see, going into my continuing, right? Let me go back a little bit. At this point I recognize, okay, we could really reverse from here. We really could reverse from here. And the reason why is not only did we put in these low in this 1 hour gap, which normally you can immediately trade off of, which is something I think I'm gonna stop doing because those don't have that much of a high win rate. Just taking the initial long after we're falling so much, right? Once I see that, We have a 15-minute gap sitting here, right? A bullish 15-minute gap. This short led us to sweep this low inside this 15-minute gap. We failed to take out these high resistance lows sitting in this 1 hour gap like I previously showed. So it's like from here, from this sweep, we have London high, we have other highs above us, the market, and we just have great PD array draws, unfilled hourly gaps. Market should want to somewhat rebalance itself, right? Boom. Initially, I was somewhat thinking of taking these longs. Let me get these out the screen. Right. This would have been a great trade actually. But then again, I don't really, bro, why does it stay on why does it stay on it if I've already used it? If they just add that, that's really bad. Anyways, I really could have taken these longs from here. Really could have, but I really didn't know how I felt about, because of, we had SMTs at the high. We just swept out this liquidity. I really didn't know, like usually these trades don't hit too well for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like the structure here isn't the greatest, right? It's not the best structure right here. We don't really have any highs we're targeting. So I didn't end up taking it, although I did recognize that it did look decent. But then we go to the higher time frame. We go to the 5-minute time frame. We have a perfect 5-minute bearish gap right here that we are inversing off the 15-minute sweep, right? 15-minute sweep, and we're in a higher time frame gap, which then is high resistance liquidity, right? So market rejected it, didn't take out the low and into a 5-minute IFEG. I cannot take that. And I will be honest, I was a little hesitant to take this trade simply because of fear. I've been having, I'm gonna be honest in my notebook with, I'm gonna be honest on my videos because I'm making these for myself, for myself now and my future self, right? So I can see the progression. So that I need to be honest, I was a little fearful because I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose my accounts. I'm risking 1,000 per. I lose this trade, my accounts are essentially cooked. It's like, damn. Anyways, boom, I take it. I really like this. I take it. Boom, and as you can see, and break even essentially really should have been right there. But again, I could have super sold myself, right? Because in our reality, I went break even almost immediately. Boom, I didn't even wait for these highs to get taken. I wasn't at this point. I did not believe that the SMT would hold. I ended up trailing aggressive, so I ended up getting, hold up, let me bring my stop back. Ended up getting out around here, and I'm not mad because, bro, market has been straight trolling, bro. Market has been straight trolling. So I got out around 861, probably these highs, but I really should have held to my draws. Great trade. As you can see, market just rips, bro. Rips. Asia high. Yeah. Like, I just hope we get PA days like this. Like, if you caught the shorts, you caught the shorts. It was clean. If you caught the longs, you caught the longs. It was clean. That's what I'm just begging for. Just give me good opportunities, man. Yeah, let me show y'all these 853 on the day. Back to break even. Not too mad. I wished I could have possibly passed by today, but at the end of the day, there's no rush. I have a 5 stack. Once I pass, right? So hopefully we can pass by the end of next week. For sure, by the end of next week, by God's grace. Then really the next, so let me see the date. I mean, I'm not pressed whenever I pass. I really just gotta stick to my rules, follow my process, right? We pass, by God's grace, we pass by the 13th. I mean, fully, let's just say we take the whole next week. Pass by the 13th, we have 3 weeks of trading in the month, right? With the 5 stack. And I told myself with this 5 stack, I'm not trying to get a max payout. I'm just trying to see something go through a hoop. I'm really just going to try to get these balances to a 3K balance. So essentially, my mindset is it's essentially the same thing as passing an eval, right? I take these, I take a payout with 1.5 each. It's around like a 7.6 K payout. Really don't care for the 10K, although it would be great, but I just need some money in my account, man. I'm not gonna lie, and that's really. And again, I don't know if I'm gonna do. I like really considering. I don't know if I will do only risking 200 per. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I might go back to my regular, because on 100K accounts I was risking 1,000 per. So I think I might end up risking like maybe not 500. 500 is the regular. I might end up risking like maybe me right in the middle. I was saying 250 just to get a winning day, 500. I might end up risking like 350, maybe 400 on every trade. That's a regular trade, but Judas's, I think I'd still risk 1,000. I am that confident in Judas's, right? Um, but I think when I front run, it has to already. I think today's front run was a good front run because it was already below the, like it was, yeah. I think I front ran. I think I have to wait for it to get below where the inverse is, because yesterday's inverse, I think I front ran before we even, right, before it even crossed the inverse, and I think that's bad on my part, right? Yeah, it was showing that it was finna go, but I think me getting entry around right here, exactly where the inverse is, would be most optimal, or at least below it. Because in reality, if I'm taking, bro, why does it keep stacking it, bro? Bro, that's annoying. Who added that? Or is that a me thing? Why is it sticky? Why is it sticky? Like, that's really bad work. Whoever made that UI design, I'll slap the shit out you on, bro. Anyways, I don't need to get too greedy, because as long as I get an average, like, because as I was saying before, like inverses like these, or when they do inverse, they usually inverse with speed. So as long as I front run and get a price, get an entry that is not as bad as, or at least somewhere here below the inverse, I think I still be cool with that, right? And that's what I gotta work on. But anyways, that's really all I have for today. And now we're just consolidating. Great way to end the week off. Finally a dub. Holy moly. 1-on-1 on April so far. Thank you, God. Just gotta, again, like, I gotta continue to stay in process. Like, can't be scared to take trades. Like, this is something I love. 15 minutes, yeah. And again, like, unless it's a early sweep, so like 15 minutes it's open. Again, I'm no longer taking 5-minute gap taps. I would take 5-minute inversions, but for it to be the gap taps, I'm no longer taking those. Really gonna start being strict with my hours. Can't bullshit, bro. I need these accounts passed. I need to get money. I don't want to work a regular job anymore, bro. So that's really all I got for today. I love y'all boys. We finna get rich as shit. There's no doubting that. I'm excited for next week. Let me go through what news events. I think we have news Monday, red folder Monday. But yeah, super excited going to the next week. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna take my time. No need to rush. Because again, if I get this 7.5K payout or whatever, that should put me back in a comfortable seat. And again, I was thinking, I once we get a payout by God's grace, I don't even want to talk about a payout, because it feels like we're so far from that, bro. I'm break even on fucking evals. Anyways, it don't matter. I just have to follow my process. I know I'm a good ass trader. Follow my process, we will be paid, bro. It's really that simple. But hella news tomorrow, and we're not even trading. Anyways, Monday we got red folder, ISM. No news. Tuesday we got FOMC. On Wednesday, core PCE. Then we got GDP on Thursday, and we got CPI on Friday. Did they switch CPI? Because I swear it was on the 6th before. I think that was on Wednesday. I think they changed it. Yeah, so every day got red folder except Tuesdays. Hopefully, I feel price action getting better. Hopefully, it is actually legit. But That's all I got to say for today. We finna be rich. I love y'all boys. Why don't you Vic out, man?